This is the Guy to Georgia Outdoors. Today's challenge is to catch some bass out of this pond, but without using a boat. I know a lot of people bank fish, and it's just kind of a simple way of fishing, and that's what we're gonna do today. There's a lot of challenges when it comes to bank fishing. You're limited where you can fish, you get tangled up a lot, and I'm sure I'll be facing all those obstacles. But before we do that, I want to give a little shout out to Waterland. I've been wearing their sunglasses for about 2-3 months now. Really like them, and especially this time of year when these bass are on the bed, you need a pair of good sunglasses that you can see through the water, see the fish. So I want to give a big shout out to them. Really like them. I'll put a link to their website in the description below, so check them out. Good quality lenses. I've been wearing them for 3 months and really enjoy them. But we're gonna be fishing with artificial. No lure, in my opinion, has caught more fish than the rubber worm, and that's what we're gonna start off fishing with. And we're just gonna work our way up and down this pond dam and see if we can catch some fish. We're just getting over here to the pond. You can see them right here by the truck. Water is really high. It's at maximum capacity. It's actually overflowing the spillway. But right here, just seen a nice little bass when I walked up. So see if we can. This is our boat ramp. This wasn't even a place I was intending to fish. Something nipped at it, but I'm throwing a big old worm. There he is right there. Something nipped at it. Like I said, I am throwing a big worm. I think these bass are going to be aggressive today. But I didn't even say what I'm fishing with. I'm throwing a 12-inch June bug worm. You're going to be hard pressed to find any lure that has caught more fish than the worm. It's easy to throw. It's kind of a confidence bait. I like to throw bigger worms with the thought process that bigger lures catch bigger fish, but that's not always the case. I like this June bug pretty good. We have some other options if this doesn't work. See, we got a little bit of a beaver problem here as well. Water's very clear for this pond. There he is. That's a good bass. Good bass. Okay. First fish of the day. Oh, it came off right there. Didn't get a really good hook set on there. That was on me right there. First time. Oh, that was pretty decent bass. Kind of caught me off guard, and one of my first good hook sets of the season was not there, but that was on me. He probably got sore lips right now. Oh, there he is. There he is. Got him that time. Got him that time. I could see him down there, and I'm gonna show you in a little bit my sunglasses, but these Waterland sunglasses that I've been wearing for about 2-3 months now really have helped me out. That could be the one that I missed. I don't think it was. I think the one I missed was a little bit bigger, but they're hanging out under these treetops. Pretty little bass right there. I'm getting back. Not really a whole lot of room to cast here, but I can go ahead and tell you this looks like a fishy spot. We're gonna have to loosen our drum up a little bit. Let's just pitch it over there. I think that's all we need right there. That's all we need. Cast out there. Yep, that's why I don't do that very often. All right, after a quick retie, we are back at it. Look at that right there. Look at that right there. A bass came up right there. Got it. Right there. Right there. Didn't even have to reel him in. That's how aggressive they are right now. That's how aggressive they are. This is about the best time of the year for pond bass fishing, in my opinion. March. Oh my goodness, you got to love bank fishing. You're gonna get hung up on everything. See if we can pull something out of this treetop right here other than an old moccasin. There we go. Right there, I seen him come out there and get it. Okay, they're there and they're aggressive. You just kind of gotta work your way into those little holes and get them. If you watch my channel, you'll know that over the past couple of years, I have really worked hard at trying to take out some of the smaller bass out of this pond, because there was several years where you could come out here and catch 80 or 90 of them in a day. They were all pretty small, but we have been getting a little bit bigger and better size over the years. So I think in the next couple of days, I'm gonna go out there with a boat and really hammer on these bass. There's a lot of areas that I would like to hit, but you're limited and you're on foot. Something got it. There it is. There he is. Seems to be the size, other than the one that I missed. The very first one I missed of the day. Seemed to be just a little bit bigger than the rest of these guys. It's always the big one that gets away. I mean, you just see the pollen piled up here and you wonder why I'm sneezing like crazy. There's a couple, there's a bed right there with a couple bass working nearby, but they're tiny. That worm sit in that bed and nothing. I mean, you just see how much pollen. I'd like to know from some of y'all experts, does that have an effect on the bass? Oh my gosh. Good night. My goodness. Man, I'm not sure the effect that the pollen's going to have on the fish, but I know the effect it's having on me. Come on. There he is. You can catch a fish in the pollen, but nothing big. My question is, and my eyes are swollen up and I've been sneezing like crazy. What kind of effect does pollen have on fish? Ooh wee. All right, after having a near allergy attack down there, I finally broke off and came back down here, putting on what I would call a definite confidence bait. This will catch the big fish, but it'll also catch some of those smaller bites that I've been missing. And for some reason down at that end of the pond where that wind was blowing real strong and the pollen was piled up, it didn't do real good. So we're gonna fish a little bit longer with the white or pearl, actually, fluke. This is always a confidence bait. Love there's not many other lures that can mimic that dying motion of a fluke. Love it. Like that right there. Look right there, right here by the truck. Right here by the truck. Can't beat that. That's fast food right there. I have ordered meals at McDonald's that took longer to get than this. It's a bass right there. He's a small one, but he's right there on that bed. See if we can get him to hit it. Come on. Right over it. There he is. There he is. He's got it. He's got it. He's got it. Yeah. They're just hitting it kind of weird. They're like taking it, but they're not, they're taking it in their mouth, but they're not necessarily swallowing it like they're going to eat it. And that was no exception there. I guess that's what happens when they're tending the bed right now. There he is that time. He get it a little bit more aggressive. Yeah, he was mad that time. He was mad that time. He's like, I already told you once to get away. Second time, I ain't playing around. That's what he was. I think these are probably those little male bass that are tending the bed, because he is right there on the bed. But I can see the bed. He's back on it already. That fish I just caught is already back on that bed. See if I can get him again. He's watching me this time. Nah, he ain't dumb. He ain't that dumb. And there he is. He got it again. I mean, he took it again. Same fish. Just 10 in there. This might actually be a different one. This looks a little bit smaller. Can't really tell. But they are, yeah, it's a little bit smaller. They are protecting that bed. Well, we ended up catching some fish, and you know how they say the big one got away? Well, that was the case again. The biggest fish that I hooked all day was the very first one, and it came off. Ended up catching probably about 8 or 9 bass. When I was way down there, the pollen was just ridiculous, and I was sneezing and had my allergies all flaring up. So we came back, and so if you have any experience, do fish mind the pollen? Are they going to stay away from it? Does it have an effect on the fishing? I know it had an effect on me, so I try to stay away from it. But it was a simple day, just a couple hours out here. Needed to get outside a little bit. The bass fishing is really picking up, so if you got a few places to fish, I would definitely recommend trying it right now. If you would, hit that subscribe button, really helps the channel out. To the next one, this has been the unofficial, no doubt incomplete guide. George Outdoors.